SERV Achievement Centers is a component of the SERV Behavioral Health Systems, Inc. SERV Achievement Centers and the services that we provide are dedicated to promoting increased responsibility and increased independence of the individuals with developmental disabilities and challenging behaviors. We have been providing services to this population since 1987. And currently serve 200 individuals in a variety of community-based residential and day programs. The support needs of the individuals are individualized to meet their specific needs, and they are based on the principles of applied behavior analysis. There are many things that make our agency different from other agencies, but the one of them that stands out the most is in the array of residential and day services that we provide that helps us meet a variety of support needs of the people we serve. In the residential area and for adults, we have traditional group homes where 3 to 6 individuals reside with 24/7 coverage. For individuals who are more independent and more capable, we have supervised apartment programs where an individual or two live in an apartment and only have a limited amount of staffing supervision because they are able to manage their lives unto themselves. We have supported housing, also generally in an apartment complex, and these individuals are even more independent. Many of them drive and go to jobs, but just need some basic support from staff. We also have a therapeutic family care homes, and in this environment is where 1 to 3 individuals will reside with a family, and that family provides the support needs for the individuals. For our day programs, we have a progressive achievement centers located in Mercer and Union counties. They provide training in critical skills that enable the consumers to engage in center-based employment activities as well as community-based employment opportunities. So we're very proud about that. We also have children's services, particularly residential services. One is our ECS program, which is an emergency capacity program. In this particular program, a child is placed for a 60-day period of time in order to their behavior be stabilized. After that time, they are either returned home or they are placed with another agency, or SERV will develop a program for them. We also have our CPEP program, and those are the programs for the children with whom SERV has retained and developed the services from the ECS program. We also have a more community-based programs where one is a home-based program where a therapist will go into a natural home environment to help the parent or caregiver work through a difficult behavior with their son or daughter, as well as helping them to develop skill deficits with their son or daughter. And finally, we also have a mobile crisis unit. And in this situation, a team goes to the house in the midst of a crisis, helps to diffuse the crisis, settle things down, remains with the family until things are settled, and then will continue to work with the family for up to 4 weeks to maintain the stability within the house. When I think of our SERV Achievement Centers and the things that I'm proud of, I can name any number of them. But the two that come to mind are both the dedication of our direct care staff. They are the foundation of the services we provide. They are the reason we succeed the way we do. They are a dedicated group who have dedicated themselves to the individuals who live in our homes. They treat them like family, like they're part of their own, and without them and their dedication and their responsibility, we would not be able to provide the quality services that we do. Secondly, I am incredibly proud of our consumers. In the time that I've been here, I've seen them develop and flourish. They, at times when they were in stressful situations, they no longer are in those situations. They've learned how to manage them. I've seen how they've learned to increase their skills, to increase their independence, how to become more capable and involved and engaged individuals in the community, and I just am incredibly proud of them.
Okay. Let's try that one more time. Parting thoughts, final words.
Final words, though.
If you'd rather not.
Yeah, I just am. It's always unfortunate when the newspaper or articles highlight all the things that go wrong with within an agency and service provision. With the proper supports, oversight, monitoring, supervision, those things rarely happen. And I'm proud to say that those things rarely happen with us. But without those things and with safeguards in place, they can happen. And we just have to be ever vigilant about it. I guess also what I find unfortunate is that the press often tends to highlight those sorts of activities or events versus all the wonderful things that happen and all the progress that our consumers have made and all the benefits and that they have brought to a community, that those things often get overlooked in place of these other events. Well, there are challenges in two areas. One is in programmatic challenges, and that is over time the demographics of individuals who are referred to our services have changed. We are now seeing individuals who come from more impoverished environments. We are seeing individuals who come from more inner city environments. We're seeing individuals who are coming to us who have psychiatric overlays with their, in addition to developmental disabilities. We have challenges with identifying a sufficient number of supports in the community to meet the challenges of individuals that have some psychiatric overlays. Also, as all of us are aging, our population is aging as well, and trying to identify community service providers who can provide those medical supports that our consumers need, as well as being able to bring in adequate supports into a home to ensure that our consumers receive the medical supports that they need in their home environment. Fiscally, providing adequate funding or receiving adequate funding is always a challenge. This year and with this economy, it's been somewhat of a mixed bag. From the state, the initial rates that we get for individuals are sufficient for us to develop the programs that they require. Also, the recent collaboration with the Division of Developmental Disabilities and the Department of Community Affairs, and they're allowing now for towns to use their COA funds to help develop residences for individuals with developmental disabilities will go a long way of helping to provide funding that has recently been very scarce for that endeavor. Also, unfortunately, with the housing market being what it is, it has, at least for agencies, seen the prices of houses go down so that it's easier to purchase, and also there's been an increase in the stock of houses, so we have greater options when we are trying to select an appropriate house. One of the things lately that's taken me by surprise is what is the NIMBY syndrome, or not in my backyard. I've been in this field for close to 40 years, and during that time, there has been a great effort to have have individuals live in the community, like you and I. There has been a great deal and great effort of educating the community. But just recently I had read in the paper where a local community had an agency that wanted to develop a home there. The residents of the neighborhood became incensed, agitated, lobbied their local officials, state officials, to such an extent that the community, or that the agency decided that they would withdraw their offer to purchase the house. And after 40 years, it is actually very disheartening to see that this is still something that exists with people. Well, I have three things that would make the year 2012 a success for me. One would be to increase our residential options in Union County and in that part of the state. The second one would be to establish a Progressive Achievement Center, our employment and day program operations in Ocean County to better meet the day program needs of the residents who reside in that part of the state, and also to increase the number of employment opportunities for the individuals we serve. They have all gained a lot of skill and are now ready for community placement, and we now need to develop and identify those particular companies, agencies, organizations, businesses that are willing to employ our consumers.